Let us turn to Matthew chapter 26. Matthew chapter 26, verse 17. On the first day of the festival of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Jesus and asked, "Where do you want us to make preparations for you to eat the Passover?" He replied, "Go into the city to a certain man and tell him, 'The teacher says my appointed time is near. I am going to celebrate the Passover with my disciples at your house.'" Let's move on to the scene of preparing and eating the Passover. Verse 26. While they were eating, Jesus took bread, and when he had given thanks, he broke it and gave it to his disciples, saying, "Take and eat, this is my body." Then he took a cup. When he had given thanks, isn't that cup containing the Passover wine? He gave it to them, saying, "Drink from it, all of you. This is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many for the forgiveness of sins." The everlasting covenant, prepared and promised by God, is the Passover bread and wine, which symbolizes Jesus' flesh and blood. According to John chapter 6, what would happen to those who eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood? They will have eternal life. Then which ceremony did Jesus establish for us to partake of his flesh and blood? He let us know that it is the holy festival of the Passover, the new covenant. Therefore today, we can confirm that he who saves humanity through the new covenant Passover is the reality of manna, the bread of life from heaven. Ultimately, the method of salvation is the same at his first coming and at his second coming. In other words, those who will receive the blessing of eternal life at either his first coming or second coming will do so by remaining in the truth of the new covenant Passover, by eating Jesus' flesh and drinking his blood, and following the same method God has set for salvation. God clearly awakens us to this fact through John chapter 6.